4 days ago, I made you a video which was targeting fit parents and encouraging parents who are not fit to keep being fit or to get involved in the physical activities. And I told you the reason was obvious. I talked to 5 people, for instance, and 3 in 5 would tell me they stop working out because they got kids. They're quite busy with those kids. And some have the audacity to tell me that because of 2 kids they got, they ain't gonna have another one. Just because they feel it's even a very difficult thing having kids. So there are so many reactions, and you can judge them based on their reactions. We have so many different responses to situations. We got our own different ways of coping with things. So all we need to do is to encourage them and see if they can have a little change in mind to do things that will be beneficial to them in so many aspects. That is my goal, to help people do that. So, okay, let's get back to this situation. Let's assume that you are quite busy, as you said, which is right. And we try to give you some light exercises or encourage you to do things that won't be too much of a burden to you. So, I will talk about 3 different energy expenditure humans use most often to do things around. There is an absolute rate of energy expenditure based on any physical activity we do, and that categorizes physical activities in 3 forms or categories. So we will have light intensive, we have moderate intensive, and we have vigorous intensive. So those categories are based on specific measurement. And what are we measuring? We are just simply measuring the energy output you have in physical activities. So scientifically, that is referred to as metabolic equivalent of task, or MET, MET. So if I tell you, hey, I spent 3 METs, I'm simply telling you that today, based on physical activities that are hard, my energy output was 3 MET. What do I mean? For metabolic equivalent of task, we will have, as I told you earlier, low intensive, medium intensive, or moderate intensive, and then we will have vigorous intensive or rigorous intensive. So I will encourage you to be a part of one of these 3 categories in spite of your busy schedule. What I won't want you to be a part of will be the sedentary mode, or that position where you are considered as inactive. And if you find yourself in such a situation, then you could be maybe this one who's sitting like this, doing nothing. You have a remote in your hand. Maybe you just move your arms around, grab a bottle of water, juice, or beer, drink that, turn on the television, and just sit. You are actually sitting at rest. And then all you are expending out there, thinking that's good, it's nothing. It can't even burn calories. By moving your hands to switch remote buttons, or by grabbing a glass to drink some juice, don't you ever think it's important in terms of burning calories. You are actually expending 1 MET, one, one metabolic equivalent of task. Is all you got for that time. It has no health importance. It has no health benefit. So you are categorically in a state of inactivity. You are physically inactive. I don't want you to be over there. That's why I try to encourage you to graduate from that point to at least come over to low intensity physical activities. If you are involved in that, it's going to be a little helpful. But remember, that is something you do every day. So if you can see significant progress made, then that indicates that you will have to graduate from that point you are and ascend into a higher realm. So if you are doing low intensity activity, an example could be, hey, I'm cooking food in my kitchen. I got these clothes, I gotta put them right there in the washer. I gotta make up my bed. I gotta vacuum this living room. What you're doing, you are expending 3.0 met or metabolic equivalent of tax and below. To some extent, that might be pretty much negligible. It is just little. It's not too helpful for you. However, you are being active. But that's not where I want you to be. Because we can all cook, we can all move around. However, we don't see improvement in our health. That's not quite important for you. The next level is moderate intensity physical activities. That will be you walking out briskly. You walking on purpose, you're doing something, you're saying that, hey, I gotta walk the sweat. That is, you are expending 3.0 to 6.0 met. That's quite important for you. That's going to help you burn some calories. So you are in a moderate intensity physical activity category. That's cool for you. You can improvise time for that. It's possible that you do that. Even if you have a dog, walking that dog out, and if that dog is moving fast, you got to align your pace with that of the dog. And at times you walk briskly. It's important. So that's going to help you. If you got to go back there and rake the yard, that's quite important. Some little sports you play, that is not too rigorous or vigorous. That's not too much of energy release in that. You can do that. You're going to find yourself still in category 2 of energy expenditure. That's important. You can start from there until you really understand what's going on, until you can get used to it. At least you burn some calories. So the third category, which is the last, would be the vigorous category or vigorous intensive physical activity. That's where I want you to be. That's where I want you to remain. And then if you can gradually leave category 1, which is light, to category 2, which is moderate, and then finally land in that upper realm, category 3, which is vigorous, I can formulate programs for you. I can design some workout activities for you. So at that category, which is vigorous, intensive physical activity, you are expending 6.0 metabolic equivalent of task, which is quite important. 6.0 and above, and to whatever level you can reach. So that is like a marathoner, that is like someone out there playing tennis or basketball, someone smashing dumbbells on the floor at the gym, some girl out there jogging. You know, at that point, you can be quite sure of burning more calories. You can be quite sure that you are fully involved in the physical activities, which will bring you huge benefits to your health. Good thing about the United States, things are quite easy. Information is out there for you. You can get it. On an annual basis, the health department releases information based on how much people are spending on healthcare due to the lack of physical activities. On an annual basis, that expenditure, which is quite associated to the lack of physical activity alone, is $117 billion. $117 billion. You don't want to be a part of that. Your insurance should not cover things that are preventable. So if we should say all health problems in this world are related to the lack of physical activities, then we human beings are able to prevent that. At least we can get involved, we can get active and prevent that. So if $117 billion annual expenditure on the lack of physical activity related health issue is our problem, we got so many other problems. We can handle this one. It's preventable. I don't want to be part of the category of people who are spending based on that. So let it be. Don't be a part of it. Get doing something and save that money. So I will give you a recap of what we just discussed here. We have an absolute rate of expenditure of physical activities, which is what we put out, our output, are being measured based on every physical activity we do as human beings. And the expenditure of energy in us is based on three categories: low intensity, moderate intensity, and vigorous intensity. All of those three categories, if you can find yourself in all of them, then you are actually in an inactive or sedentary mode. Try to shift your body from just anything into something meaningful, which will be healthy for your finance, healthy for your family, and healthy for your social life. That's what I got for you for tonight. Thank you. See you.